Hello, an unboxing. This is for the ASUS, or ASUS, depending on how you want to pronounce it, TUF Gaming B550 Plus Wi-Fi 2 motherboard, PCIe 4, B550 chipset, AuraSync, ARGB Gen 2. Yeah, let's see what we get with it then. So it's not sealed. It just opens up. So there's a thing here which will just pull out what's in it, and that's basically the Wi-Fi antennae and a little stand. So there's the stand, there's the Wi-Fi antennae. The little connectors are protected by that sort of foamy stuff. There's a very good chance it'll work without the antennae plugged in, especially, well, it depends how far away from the router, doesn't it, really, I suppose. So let's get the actual motherboard out, and we'll move it to one side, and then we'll lift all the cardboard out the box. And we have ASUS web storage. Does anyone use that? Certificate of reliability. So that's always, well, that's new. Basically everything's funky on that. You can stop and read that if you want. I'll just hold it there for a second. You can pause it, and then I'll bring it to the end. You can pause it. So they've run through a whole lot of tests and then said they're brilliant, which I generally agree with. So that's that. This is safety information. Okay, and then this is some stickers. Okay, stickers. Yeah, great. As you can tell, I'm not very impressed by stickers. And that is a motherboard layout, which actually might be quite useful for finding out where various things are. 2 SATA cables, one of which is right angled. 2 M.2 stands and screws in that particular little plastic thing there. This one is some little rubber things. Now I think I saw these in another motherboard that I unboxed, but I can't remember what they are, so I will look them up in a minute. A decent I/O shield. It's actually got printed on it TUF Gaming rather than just being plain aluminium, so that's quite nice to see. And then we've got the actual motherboard manual. Oh, that's new. We appear to have a DVD with it. Goodness me, that is unusual. Have I got a DVD player? I'll try and dig one out somewhere, but I won't need it for the actual build I'm using this for. But it's interesting they put that in. So here's the manual. Is it? Well, it's not as thick as some of the manuals, and it is all. Well, it's a bit of a mixture really, but it's generally in English. Let's see what we've got. We've got a contents page. That might be interesting. Yes, there's a contents page there. So, a 1x M.2 rubber package. So that is some little rubber pads for. You can see the part number there. I think that's some little rubber pads for M.2s. Interesting. So let's actually have a look at the motherboard itself. I'll just flip it like that. There's the back of the box, by the way, because it's quite sparkly and it's got quite a lot of information on it. It is obviously designed to be a retail product so that you can read it in the shop and go, ooh, that's what I need. So that's pretty cool. Let's look at the actual board itself. Not sealed. So let's pull it straight out of the bag. And we have that, which does look rather nice. There's little plastic film covering that heatsink decal there. There's an M.2, and well, there's an M.2, but that's the M.2 slot there with the heat shield on it, and that's an M.2 slot there. PCI Express, and then 3 1x1s. There's the ARGB. That is actual metal, not cosmetic plastic. 4 RAM slots. It hasn't got USB Gen 2, it's only got USB 3. So if your case has got a USB-C port, you'll need to either not plug it in or get an adapter for it. So yeah, pretty nice actually. The rest of the back of it, all rather good. So this is going into a build that I'm making for somebody, so we'll check that out. That's the I/O panel at the back there. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 USB ports, and you've got like a cyan sort of green one. Don't know how well you can see that with the light, but that's like a Gen 3. And you've got the HDMI and display port, LAN port, like a BIOS reset button sort of thing there, and you've got the Wi-Fi, and it's all looking a bit funky. So yeah, any questions, stick them in the comments. Liking and subscribing is appreciated, and thanks for watching this bit. I'll probably add a bit on the end when I've actually built the system, but yeah, thanks for watching. Right, so the motherboard's in on this particular machine. Nothing really to add, except that it says it does support USB 3.1, 3.2, and it's got the USB-C on the back, which is okay, but what it doesn't have is an internal case header, which is a little bit annoying, and there is a space for it where it would go next to the USB 3, but it's not there. I mean, it's not, it's not like the component's missing, they just didn't design it into it, which, that's a bit frustrating. The other thing is it does have ARGB on the motherboard. It's got a few little ARGBs running down there. You can probably just about see them there. Now they look green to me, but the actual LEDs are white, as you can see, because you can see it. It's not, I haven't got a torch on it, you can see it's white. So the rest of the case LEDs all sync beautifully, as you can tell, but that one just looks green. So why they did that, I don't know. Apart from that, it's absolutely fine. So for for a DDR4 AM4 motherboard, you can't really go wrong with this. It's got the Wi-Fi, it's got all the features that you'd expect, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So apart from those issues, yeah. If you've got any comments, stick them in the comments. Liking and subscribing is appreciated. I don't make a great deal of money out of this. I don't provide the content that sort of encourages people to come back, because you come to watch one video and then you disappear. But if you do subscribe, I won't bother you by announcing new videos. Thanks for watching.